A lot of questions on flock integration, and I know not a lot of you have this opportunity, but if we were to ever integrate these two flocks, aside from him and Ivan, who's up in the woods, these girls would find their place pretty quickly here. They see each other every day. They interact with each other every day through a fenced-in area. So putting them together, they would sort of fall into line pretty darn quickly. Those two boys, this boy, and I can't see him, he's up in the woods there someplace. They would have a bigger issue there with finding out who is the alpha. There's Ivan. What's up, buddy? Depending on how many ladies they each had, they'd probably eventually settle in with some kind of hierarchy without killing each other, hopefully. But when you're trying to integrate new members of the flock, doing something like this, if you're able, and if you're not, if they're more of that girl's age over there, who's probably about 8 to 10 weeks, that little girl over there that's kind of like golden gray, putting a big dog crate, or even if you have a smaller grow out coop, putting it next to the big coop in the big run is just a great way to do it. It allows them some face time, a semblance of touch time, and just really getting used to each other's presence, making this process a lot easier than just going from one to the other. I also will say it's important to know the temperament of your flock as well, because for me, I know the temperament of this flock, the death layers, and this flock here, those lavenders. It's actually pretty easy. So we took that little girl there and two lemons, who you aren't seeing right now, and put them in one night into the coop. And there was a couple days of, getting a sense of which way is up, but you can see now that they're out and about and pretty well integrated. So if you know your flock is a rather docile flock or just an accepting flock, and especially if you have decent numbers, you can certainly do a level of integration, maybe even without steps. And we did that. You saw us do that with the lavenders earlier on this year as well. Very easy to integrate. Actually, at some point, this silver girl here, we integrated on her lonesome. You got to know your temperament of your flock. If you've got a little bit more active or assertive flock, doing the see but don't touch kind of routine might be easiest. With this flock and this flock over here, we're able to do kind of a sort of abrupt, let's go in at night and see if everybody wakes up in the morning on the right side of the bed. And it's worked really well for us, so we've been lucky.